Okay, Goliath. Goliath put out a news release, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, but it was announcing the conclusion of their drill season at Sherbet. It's not just Sherbet at this point; it's across the entire Gold Digger property. They have multiple targets they've tested this year. And what do we have to look forward to? Well, look, they have assays pending for 105 drill holes. Let's see, assays are pending for 105 that include 62 drilled this year, 17 previous holes relogged. Okay, so they did some relogging when they discovered they too have reduced intrusive style mineralization. And then they also have some separate holes that were basically drilled between 21 and 23 at Sherbet that they're also re-assaying. All right, so we have a lot of assays to look forward to. Also, Treasure Island, let's not forget that target. What did we see in the past news releases over the past 3 or 4 months as they were drilling these holes? Lots of holes with visible gold. I would expect there to be a lot of very strong results, particularly from the Bonanza zone, this high-grade Bonanza zone. The Bonanza high-grade golden triangle, as they've defined it, is a really intriguing target. I want to talk a little bit more about that. So I pulled a couple of images out of the news release. Go to the next slide. So when they were drilling through Sherbet and they got down into the deeper part of the system, and remember, I kind of described this in layers like block level. Okay, they got down to a layer called the Bonanza zone. And this yellow horizon, this yellow triangle, actually shows you the footprint where they completed quite a few holes. It forms a triangle between the 3 holes and the apexes of the triangle. But they completed a large number of drill holes inside of that yellow area. And most of them, they saw some pretty solid VG intervals, some visible gold in core. Okay, so we have a lot of really encouraging holes to wait for assays. So you can see over here on the table on the right-hand side, we got about probably 12 or 15, I can't guess, but 12, 15 holes that have yet to come back. Notice the thickness on these things too. You know, we're seeing intervals anywhere from 3 or 5 meters up to 9 to 11 meters, at least that have been assayed. But then there's even thicker zones listed below that. This is a really stout, potentially high-grade part of the system. And it's really intriguing why it's there. So the team worked this summer with their structural geologists, their advisors, and they came up with an intriguing model. And I want to talk about that. Go to the next slide. So what they think is occurring here is basically, this is a cross-sectional view. They think there's a thrust fault. So this fault kind of comes up from the deep levels in the crust. All the way up to surface, that would represent the Sherbet zone. So SB is the Sherbet zone. That is the original discovery. Okay, but as they went down the Sherbet zone and they got down into the deeper part of the system, now they're seeing this thrust fault interplay with a lot of the rocks down there and create other important zones. So things like, this Bonanza zone and so forth are really structures that are branching off or, like splitting off of the Sherbet zone and are, quite frankly, probably generating higher grades down there at depth. Okay, so, sometimes it takes a little while to find the mothership, but I think they're starting to see a picture here of where the high-grade part of the system is. Not to say that Sherbet's not high-grade. It's pretty good. They've gotten really good results there. But now in the Bonanza zone, I think we're starting to see the makings of something truly, truly special. So anxious to see a lot of good assays come back over the next few weeks.
Kevin, Quinton, thank you. And if you have questions, please talk to Merrick. He's on the screen. You can talk to him. You can ask questions about the funds and anything you would like to learn more about Crescat. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. Thank you very much.